It's time to find out what new shows are available to stream this weekend. This week, we have a fantasy series on HBO that hopes to fill the void. Game of Thrones left behind. You can also stream a bake-off show with a holiday twist. And last but not least, a new Showtime series about an ex-con adjusting to life after prison. So here to walk us through it all is Krutika Mallikarjuna. She's a senior editor at TV Guide. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
What's going on? All right, so HBO has attempted to adapt another Philip Kaufman fantasy book trilogy. It's called His Dark Materials. I want to play a little bit and let's discuss.
I set out for the north some 12 months ago, and this is the first of the discoveries I made. A myriad of worlds of which the Magisterium controls only one.
For centuries, they have been trying to keep us where they want us, on our knees.
You promised the Magisterium you'd control Asriel.
Then we'll need to take the matter into our own hands.
All right, I'm a huge GOT fan. No, you are. What is this gonna like move the needle for me?
Well, so I think it really depends on if you were a person that came into GOT as a fan of the books or someone who was swept up in the pop culture craze.
Okay.
Because if you're a fan of GOT, the show, it's not going to trade in the similar sort of like big, violent sort of battle set pieces and like adult politics in the same way. But if you came to it because it was a great, wide, epic scale adaptation of something you really love, then His Dark Materials is really going to come through for you.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite book series from when I was a kid because it's really dark and it, you know, is about this young girl learning that the adults around her are not great. In fact, they're pretty bad, and her navigating her way through the world and the just beautiful sort of way they've taken that world and blown it up and spread this fantasy world out into this 2-season arc. It's very satisfying for me, and I think it will be for a lot of His Dark Materials fans.
And I mean, I can't go wrong with the cast. James McAvoy, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel especially, he surprised me. I was afraid that I would only be able to see Lin-Manuel.
He'd be rapping His Dark Materials.
Yeah. He'd be like Thomas Jefferson, a reference.
Right.
But he like really disappears and transforms into the role, and I just very astounded by the young cast in this too.
All right. Up next is the Great British Baking Show, Holiday Edition. It's bringing back some series favorites. Let's take a look.
Oh, look! It's snowing in the tent!
It's beautiful, isn't it?
You're spoiling it by speaking.
Oh, sorry.
The festive season is all about spending time with loved ones.
Welcome back to the tent. Doesn't it look fantastic? A winter wonderland.
These guys have been in the tent before. They know the score. It's good to be back. Yes. I know they're going to come up with magic.
All right, so I've been obsessed with this show, especially the early seasons.
Yes.
I didn't think that I would, but then we started watching it, and we just like binge watched like so many of the seasons,
It's
and
so wholesome.
it's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
So
I love how like people on the show when they like lose, they're like actually they're so thrilled. They're not thrilled, but they're like, oh, this was so wonderful, and I'm so happy that I was here. Whereas Americans would be like, F y'all.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, thank you, I'm so chuffed, and I'm like, I don't know what that word means, but it sounds polite.
Exactly.
Ooh, British people.
So the Holiday Edition, what can we expect?
The Holiday Edition is a much shorter version of our beloved series. We only have like the 2, it sometimes goes to 4, but I think on the Netflix season it'll be 2 episodes. So very fast, easy binge for you guys. And the great thing about the Holiday Edition is it brings back our favorite bakers. So I'm really, really hoping that we see Steph from this last season. Because, you know, Vlad, we haven't talked about her loss on Bake Off, but you know,
It's devastating.
It was devastating. It was devastating.
For you. You were the one who was getting
I'm
FDR.
happy for David, but I cried. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. And finally, there's a Showtime series about an ex-con trying to rehabilitate back into society.
Murderer or murderess? Which do you prefer?
It's weird because apart from that, you're just like a normal person, really.
I am a normal person.
Dirty killer. Oh, die!
You are my mother. You're supposed to be on my side, not looking at me like I'm some kind of cold-blooded... Oh. Well, now it's dead.
This town isn't safe now she's back. She is evil. This is a community full of decent people. We are here to discuss the release of a violent psychopath into our town.
All right, it's called Back to Life. Break it down.
So this one is a show starring and created by Daisy Haggard, who's the lead. She's playing the young woman who got, is being released from jail, being rehabilitated into her hometown. And I'm really excited for this one because it's from the production team behind Fleabag.
Oh.
And it's very pitch black
Fleabag.
comedy in the same sort of vein. Obviously, this deals with different issues in this young woman's life in a town where everyone hates her.
Yeah.
And she's like slowly, but she has this like slowly sort of indomitable spirit that like chips away at people. And it's not one of those stories that's going to be wrapped up neat with a bow. So if you're sort of like really feeling that Fleabag void, you need something dark, you're like missing Succession a lot, definitely check out Back to Life this weekend.
All right, we'll do that because I love Fleabag, and I hope they bring that back real soon. All right, cool. Thank you, Krutika, as always. Love having you.
Thank you so much.